What's up, YouTube? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about transmitters. Now, a lot of you guys already know where I'm going with this. Bear with me. Now, these transmitters here all have something in common. Well, they have a few things in common, but the main thing that they have in common, though, is that they're hobby grade transmitters. Now, this here is a toy grade transmitter. A lot of you guys new to the hobby might be looking at this like this is a nice transmitter, and for a toy grade transmitter, this is a nice transmitter. It has this is mainly for thumbers, though, thumb flyers. It has nice thumb pads on it and all, nice buttons and everything on it, if you want to call them nice. But it does have buttons. The hobby grade transmitters usually don't have buttons. None of these here have buttons, but I have seen them before with buttons. And but anyhow, these transmitters are really not that good for flying these models. I mean, they're cheap and all. I think that's why they're included by a lot of companies with these toy grades. But you can get your toy grade quadcopter to fly a whole lot better if you fly it with one of these type of transmitters. I know what you guys are thinking. You know, toy grade transmitters have specific protocols and stuff like that, and they just don't bind to these type of transmitters, you know, the hobby grade transmitters. Well, a lot of you guys probably heard me raving about the Devo 10. Most of the time when I'm flying my toy grades, I'm hoping that they're deviated, because I like to fly them with a hobby grade transmitter. This is my Devo 10. It has deviation installed. It's a software, and it also has a 3-in-1 module in here, different RF modules that allow you to fly different protocols with this transmitter here. So this one transmitter, it connects to a whole bunch of toy grade protocols. It even connects to the hobby grade protocols, Free Sky and Fly Sky and DSM-X, DSM-2 and all of that stuff. This thing binds to it all with that deviation software and the 3-in-1 module. So, but this is a little, it's been challenging to add those features to this transmitter in the past. It's very easy now because we have a 4-in-1 module for this too, but that's not really what I'm here to talk to you guys about. I'm here to really talk to you guys about these transmitters here. So these transmitters have another thing in common. They all have a JR module bay here. Now this right here is an empty bay, nothing's in there, but you can add different RF modules in here for different protocols. Most popular is the DSM module by Orange RX, I think it is. They make a module so you can fly your DSM protocols with these transmitters. All of these transmitters have that. They have a module bay in the back. The cover of this one I have laying around somewhere. I forgot to put it back on, but the Tyrannus has it. This is the Tyrannus Plus here. This is the Fly Sky TH9X, and this is the Turnigy, I think it's called the Turnigy 9XR Pro, this one, and it has it too. It has an empty space in the back there for it. And this is the Tyrannus QX7, so this even has it as well. So where I'm getting at, I'm trying not to let this be a really long, drawn out video, so I'm going to just show you guys this. This is a 4-in-1 module that fits in JR module bays. So let me open this real quick and show you guys what this looks like. It comes with this here, which is the 4-in-1 module. It comes with this antenna here. This is an antenna that connects onto here somewhere. Right here. It just snaps onto there. And then you got some screws and nuts there. And you have, and this part goes on to the antenna there. another part of the antenna. Now this 4-in-1 module allows you to do the same thing that I do with my Devo 10 with the 3-in-1 module installed. This allows these transmitters to fly all different types of protocols. Now they just fit right in the back of the module bay here. As you can see, my Tyrannus Plus already has one installed, and this is the button there. I have it installed in a way where well, you can always remove this, but the antenna, I really don't want to break the antenna off from there. It won't be broken, but it just attaches right here. So this is what it looks like. It just slides onto these pins here. And let me close this back up. And then you have to go inside the transmitter and select PPM on whatever model that you create. You just select PPM for the RF, and then you can fly different protocols with this little knob here. You can turn the knob. Each one of these knob points there are actually different protocols that you can switch to. So there's, as you can see, there's a bunch of protocols there, a bunch of selections you can make, turning this dial here to reach different protocols and fly them with these hobby grade transmitters. And you just bind it by holding this button in when you first turn it on, or when you first activate the model in the transmitter. You have to be holding this button down, and then it'll bind. You hold it down until the quadcopter stops flashing, and you'll be binded, and you can fly it with these transmitters. You sometimes, very rarely, you might have to reverse a channel or something like that, but that's pretty easy. Once you get to know the transmitters, you just go inside the settings and reverse channels and all of that stuff. But for the most part, deviation is very easy to have now. In other words, it's very easy to have a hobby grade transmitter and have this module installed and be able to fly all of your toy grades with a hobby grade transmitter. Now, what's the benefits? Well, it's mostly control. Like this transmitter here, the joysticks on it, just they have a lot of dead spots in them. They're nothing in comparison to a real hobby grade gimbal. These are gimbals here. These hobby grade gimbals here have a lot more resolution. It allows you to be more precise with your aircraft. It's easier to fly them. It's less jerky. You'll find, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to notice, once you start flying with one of these hobby grade transmitters, your toy grade, whether it be a toy grade or what, you're going to realize that it's going to be less jerky when you're flying around and you change directions and stuff like that. It's because of the resolution, and some of these gimbals are better than others. Me personally, I like the deviation. Well, I like the Devo 10's gimbals better than all of these here, but the Tyrannus has very nice gimbals, very close to the ones on the Devo 10, and so does the QX7. This one has nice gimbals too. I haven't flown anything with this yet, so I can't really judge it on its gimbals, but I'm hearing that the gimbals on this are just as good as those, if not better. Now, this is the cheapest of them all. I think you can get this for about 80 bucks, maybe 80 bucks, I think. And the gimbals on this are nice too, but I found that when I bind it to different toy grades with this one, I had to go into the settings to get the full range of movement. It seems like the resolution was less or whatever, but it's definitely better than a toy grade transmitter though. So you're going to be better off all across the board with either of these that you choose. This is the next cheapest one here. I think you can get this for about a little over $100, maybe $110, this one here, but you might be able to find it for cheaper. And this one here is about 120 bucks is the lowest I've seen this, and that's the most expensive of them all there. So yeah, that's all I wanted to let you guys know. And I guess I can bind to a model here to show you guys. Let's see, do I have a model close by that I can bind to? Okay, so this is the infamous JJRC JJ1000. This is the original one. I did do a modification to it. As you can see there, I cut out a little spot in the front because if you guys been watching my channel and really listening to me, you know that I'm really liking these HV batteries, high voltage batteries. They charge up a little higher than the standard LiPo. But anyhow, this fits in here now. I got a little foam insert in there, and I cut this part out the front so I can get that in there. Now let's try to bind to a model now. I'm gonna plug this in here. Now this module here, you have to go online to find out which letter and number is which protocol on here. Let me try to bring it in closer to zoom in so you guys can see. Focus. There we go. So you see it has from letters A to F, and then from 0 to 9, I believe. Yes, from 0 to 9. All of those are different protocols. I think one of them is something else, but most of them are just about all of them are different protocols that you can reach. And we're going to try to bind with the Tyrannus.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Now let's see. We'll go in the menu, switch to Form 1. I have a model set up already for that. We're going to enter there. Okay, now I was supposed to be holding this button on the back when I switched to the model, but I didn't do it, so I'm going to turn it off. Let's put this here so you guys can see it bind to it. Now I'm holding the button on the back, switching it on.
Welcome to OpenTX.
You see the JJ1000 is flashing now. You just hold it down until it stops flashing. Now it stopped flashing. So now it's binded. And I can fly this thing with the Tyrannus. So that's all I wanted to show you guys. You can now have 4-in-1 modules installed in either of these transmitters and fly most of your toy grade quads and have more fun in this hobby. Thanks for watching.